tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? Ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winner side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never try. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like think you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part. But them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me. Just win for me. Don't kill for me. Just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together. Leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart. I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me, yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clippity, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't geeks, too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the Jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my Jag talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man when it come back.
Thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one between the Houston Texans and our home team. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Okay. 380.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. Hey, go on. 50 wants the ball. Hey, dude.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Rivers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Rosen to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Mike. Hey, bro, 80.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's McCaffrey. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. 2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now it's Rosen looking into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, D.J. Hayden. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. First down, Rivers. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. On second down, McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rosen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. But now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw is Rosen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Third and long here for Rosen. It's caught on the right side at Smith. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
12.
On play action, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. A gain there of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Dunn able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Sharks got it, left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double. Hey, 79. 79. Hey.
To the air again here, Rivers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 21-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, Second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season, it's big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rosen will throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for him on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Zachary 90, round 80.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 3. Check.
White.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Block 15. Block the run. Switch.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Check 180. 190.
Check 55 to Mike. Watch the screen.
Behind.
Oh, look at that. This will be caught at about the 6. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. They'll come out in the pistol. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Open man right side is Shark. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. But he does make it through, and the route is on here in this first half. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Wahoo!
Rosen on 1st and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, exit.
Now Rosen. And the pressure gets to him again. Josh Allen, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Rosen now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Off to Thomas on the left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play it through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Being chased out left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empties. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
All right, set 180. Watch it, you better bring it. You better bring it. Hey, ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Wait!
Here we go. Mike 55.
Play fake. Rivers. And able to find Conley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Kill.
Keep it skinny.
They go play action. Rivers looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll throw again. Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hug. Hey, let's get there. Check the backer.
Mike, 48.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Now it's Rosen, airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Rivers on the money, complete. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Rivers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Smith. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. Vincent Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Set, 180. Left.
Push him back.
Mike 51. Stay with your man. Go, Mike 51. Hey, Foxtrot. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Bring it.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 51. I'm here all day.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You're online, baby. Get this. You're online.
6 guys.
Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, alert.
Hey. You got 3 down.
Now Rosen on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rivers to throw it. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rivers under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 20! And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Rosen to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal. To throw is Rosen, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And now it's Rosen looking. Flushed out right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will get him one closer.
42, Texans 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Yeah. Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Corey Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by one more.
49, Texans 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
That's the way.
Rosen will throw. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Switch. Motion. Forty-four, Mike.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Monday. Again to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Check 24, check.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. And that's caught by Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! Hey, alert!
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Rosen buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Hey, Delta!
McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I got him. You got motion man. Run that. Right there. No.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's get the ball.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go deep.
Here's Rosen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. He pitches it out. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the